Welcome to Bike and Car Reviews, your trusted destination for the most comprehensive motorcycle and car insights. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most striking motorcycles in recent years, the Buell Super Cruiser 1190. A machine that merges the legacy of American five twins with aggressive naked bike performance, the Super Cruiser 1190 represents the bold comeback of Buell motorcycles. In this in-depth review, we'll explore everything from the bike's heritage and engineering roots to real-world riding impressions, detailed specifications, comparisons with rivals, and ownership considerations. Whether you're a longtime Buell fan or a rider discovering this machine for the first time, this script has all you need to know. The return of Buell motorcycles. To truly appreciate the Buell Super Cruiser 1190, we need to understand the background of Buell motorcycles. Originally founded by Eric Buell in the 1980s, the company was known for its innovative American-made sport bikes. Partnering with Harley-Davidson in the 1990s, Buell grew into a niche but beloved brand. Unfortunately, in 2009, Harley shut down Buell motorcycles. Years later, Buell was revived, not by Eric Buell, but by new leadership and a vision to restore the brand with high-performance, aggressive motorcycles made in America. The Super Cruiser 1190 is one of the first models in this rebirth, blending classic cruiser looks with the high-performance DNA of Buell's 1190 platform. Design philosophy. The Buell Super Cruiser 1190 is not your average cruiser. Designed by Roland Sands, a legendary custom bike designer and racer, the Super Cruiser borrows elements from both cafe racers and hot rods. The idea was to create a muscular bike with stripped-down aesthetics but maximum performance. With high handlebars, a low stance, minimal bodywork, and aggressive blackout styling, the bike gives off a powerful street presence. It's rebellious, raw, and unapologetically American. It stands apart from traditional cruisers like the Harley Sportster or Indian Scout, instead carving out a category of its own. Engine and performance. At the heart of the Buell Super Cruiser 1190 is the 1190cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine, derived from Buell's high-performance 1190 RX superbike platform. This powerplant delivers 175 horsepower and around 101 pound-feet of torque, numbers that put it in superbike territory. This isn't just a cruiser with a strong engine, this is a performance monster. The engine revs high, pulls hard from any RPM, and produces a throaty, mechanical sound that adds to the drama. Unlike traditional cruisers that prioritize low-end torque, the Super Cruiser 1190 is built to go fast, rev high, and corner aggressively. Transmission and drivetrain. The bike comes with a 6-speed transmission and a chain final drive, further underlining its performance intentions. The gear ratios are spaced to make full use of the high-revving V-twin, with smooth engagement and a positive shifting feel. Unlike belt-driven cruisers, the chain drive enhances power delivery and aggressive riding performance. Chassis and suspension. The Super Cruiser's chassis is a twin-spar aluminum frame, a carryover from Buell's sportbike architecture. This makes the bike extremely stiff, light, and agile, allowing it to perform more like a naked sportbike than a laid-back cruiser. The dry weight is around 450 pounds, 204 kilograms, which is significantly lighter than most cruisers in its class. Suspension is handled by fully adjustable Showa components, inverted forks up front and a monoshock at the rear. The setup is tuned for sporty handling, offering excellent support under aggressive riding, cornering, and braking. Unlike soft cruiser suspensions, the Super Cruiser encourages riders to push limits. Braking system. One of the standout features is Buell's signature perimeter front brake, a large single disc mounted to the outer edge of the front wheel. This unique design reduces unsprung weight and improves braking power. Paired with a high-quality caliper, the braking feel is sharp, progressive, and confidence-inspiring. Rear braking is handled by a standard disc setup, but combined braking performance is among the best in the naked bike cruiser crossover segment. ABS is expected, though the current prototype details may vary by production. Ergonomics and comfort. Despite its aggressive styling and performance intentions, the Buell Super Cruiser 1190 offers a relatively comfortable riding position. The wide handlebars, slightly rear-set footpegs, and sculpted seat create a sporty but livable posture. It's not as relaxed as a Harley cruiser, but it's not as extreme as a superbike either. For short to medium rides, comfort is more than acceptable. However, Long-distance touring may be a stretch due to the minimal wind protection and firm seat. Still, for riders seeking excitement over comfort, this bike delivers. Electronics and features. The prototype showcased is relatively minimal in terms of electronics. Expect the production version to include basic features like ABS, traction control, digital display, LED lighting. Don't expect ride modes, cruise control, or extensive infotainment. Buell's approach is raw and mechanical, favoring rider skill and feel over high-tech intervention. That said, it will have the basics needed for safety and functionality. Riding impressions. On the road, the Super Cruiser 1190 is nothing short of thrilling. Throttle response is immediate, the engine roars with authority, and the bike accelerates like a beast. Cornering is surprisingly sharp, with the chassis offering great feedback and stability. In the city, the bike feels agile and responsive, though heat from the engine may be noticeable in traffic. On twisty roads, the bike excels, leaning eagerly and remaining planted. On highways, the lack of wind protection is a factor, but the power more than makes up for it. Sound and character. The V-twin sound is raw and loud, especially with an aftermarket exhaust. It's mechanical, mean, and addictive. Every blip of the throttle reminds you this bike means business. The engine doesn't try to be smooth or quiet, it wants to be heard and felt. This character is what separates the Buell Super Cruiser 1190 from mass-market cruisers. It doesn't want to cruise slowly. It wants to dominate the road. Competitors. The Buell Super Cruiser 1190 doesn't have direct competition, but some comparable bikes include Harley-Davidson Sportster S, less powerful, but similar idea of modern cruiser performance. Indian FTR 1200, also a V-twin with a sporty ride. Ducati Diavel V4, a more premium, tech-laden performance cruiser. Yamaha MT-10, not a cruiser, but matches performance and street fighter energy. Compared to these, the Buell is lighter, more aggressive, and more exclusive. It lacks the tech of the Diavel but beats it in raw feel and price. Pricing and availability. As of now, Buell has announced that the Super Cruiser 1190 will enter production in limited numbers. The expected price is around $20,000 USD, positioning it as a premium performance machine. For what it offers, American-made exclusivity, high-end parts, and unique design, it's competitive. Production units are expected to be built in the USA with orders opening soon. Given its niche appeal, expect limited availability. Who is this bike for? The Buell Super Cruiser 1190 isn't for everyone. It's for riders who love aggressive performance, fans of American motorcycles looking for something different, collectors who want a rare, powerful bike, former Buell enthusiasts who want to support the brand's return. If you're a beginner, this bike is not for you. If you want comfort and tech, look elsewhere. But if you crave adrenaline, torque, and attention, this is the machine. Ownership and maintenance. Being a low-volume, high-performance machine, ownership might involve some trade-offs. Maintenance support will depend on Buell's growing dealership and service network. Parts availability should improve as production scales up. However, the bike is built using quality components, and the 1190 platform has proven to be reliable when properly maintained. Buell's future and the significance of the Super Cruiser. The Super Cruiser 1190 is more than just a bike, it's a symbol. It shows that Buell is serious about its return. It respects its roots while embracing modern performance. It dares to challenge industry norms. If successful, this bike could pave the way for a full revival of the brand, with more models, wider reach, and new riders discovering what Buell has to offer. Final verdict. The Buell Super Cruiser 1190 is one of the boldest motorcycles of this generation. It combines superbike power, cruiser style, and street fighter attitude into one explosive package. It's raw, fast, and rebellious, everything a real rider dreams of.
Subscribe to our channel to watch such videos and open our channel to watch more exciting videos.